you become your own worst enemy. The longest moments of our life are our memories and our imaginations. For us to love one another, just as simple as that, like love will heal the world. This is what it's going to take to heal the world, but we have a competitive spirit. There's natural forms of healing about our environment, the friends that we're around, what we're wearing, what we're eating, our diet. Kids need to understand what if the pandemic was, they lost all their parents and it was lost. The kids need to understand early how real life works. So physics is one of the anchors of the school that I'm creating. I remember, the city is all self-sustaining, so it works off of our 4 main resources: earth, wind, water, and fire. And 90% of it is running off of water with like aqueducts, like the city of Masada. And I was talking to this engineer and saying, I need the whole thing to run off of water. And he said, well, we're going to have to use solar power. And I said, I don't, and please, don't take this as any offense. I don't like solar panels. I feel that they're part of still of what Edison's idea was. I don't feel like they're really in line with what Nikola Tesla really wanted to do with alternative current. I don't think in the black and white lines that I've been programmed to think in. And I think in full color. So when I talk, I have to describe a thought in 5 ways. We enjoy food that has multiple seasoning in it. We enjoy music that has multiple instruments. So when I talk, it's not a rant, it's a symphony of ideas. And when you collect them, you say, oh, these are all these things that connect. Yeah, I just tell the truth, and telling the truth is crazy in a world full of lies. And that's the universe is like a black hole of information. We're all on medication right now. Did you use toothpaste with fluoride today? It blocks your pineal gland. And they put children on it, and we put our kids on it. It's inside the deodorants that we use. It's all these things to create like a disconnect to God, to serve that. It's like, are you serving man? We as human beings, this race on earth have like been honoring money. And, money it's not even real. It's not even backed by anything. I don't want to like go too far into that. But when you unprogram yourself, you see that there's other forms of currency now. Like relationships are a more important currency than money itself. And that's what we really saw. It's like the end of the movie. Our existence would be pre-COVID, post-COVID. And so as the Titanic is crashing and sinking and Rome is falling, there's got to be this new civilization like the end of Tron where everything starts to light up and it's been under this like dark cloud. So, God is using me and he has a calling, in my life to make the world better for all people. Like people say there's bad people, there's good people. No, there's people that are possessed that have demonic ways. But we were all children at one time. They say some people, no, they were born bad. You got to remember, like say, oh, there's bad people. Even the devil's an angel, a fallen angel, right. A lost angel. Like, well, how much does the earth cost? Think
it's not a bad question.
But how
much is the earth worth?
Yeah.
Right
what is the earth worth?
All the things on earth.
Yeah. And it's saying we can't buy it. We couldn't make enough money to buy the earth, right? So that means we made money. So if money is the key to all people's happiness and will solve everything and everyone's doing things for money, let's just make more money. But it's not about making more money. It's about keeping poor people poor and rich people rich and keeping people in their place. And right now we're experiencing for people to embrace innovation unless it has a tag on it. It's got a name brand connected to it that says, with this innovation, you will be better than you'll be better than your next door neighbor. La, 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 wait till I get my money right. La, 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 then you can't tell me nothing, right? And people, I can open up this stuff. I can open up tours with this song. I wanted to point out this hybrid. You know, it's like if you see Zombie 1, Zombieland 1 and Zombieland 2, or Terminators, anything, they always make the characters a little bit badder in the next generation.
We are in the process right now. How many times have you had an idea and you just get put in traffic through the bureaucracy? So I don't deal with the traffic at all. Any situation where I just be sitting waiting. I'm like, because it's power versus force. I'm not going to force anything. I do what I have the power to do. And if I have to force it, then it's probably not a situation I need to be in. Like for me, Playboy was my gateway into full-on pornography addiction. My dad had a Playboy left out at age 5. And it's affected almost every choice I made for the rest of my life from age 5 to now having to kick the habit. And it just presents itself in the open. So there's all different layers to trafficking. When you're not serving God, you're serving everyone else. You're serving your ego, you're serving your bank account, you're serving your legacy, you're serving your wife and kids, which is a good thing to serve. You're serving your management or the people that you're managing, you're serving Hollywood, you're serving your reputation, you're serving the responsibility of your race. People, a big addiction is work. And there's rivalries on teams at every level. There's rivalries with coaches, with owners, with stockholders, with founders, and everybody goes home to their families and they want their sons and their daughters to be as successful as them, if not better. We're all people. So this isn't to point fingers and say, this person is doing good and this person is doing bad. I'm just giving you a flat opinion on what I currently see and what I feel and the pain that I have in my life. I suffer and I appreciate the suffering because it's just, we can just feel a little bit of what Jesus felt when we suffer. But social media makes me suffer.
We all end up participating, whether it's the spirits that get advertised to us all the time. Alcohol they call it a spirit. We got to build communities off of a foundation. We build our foundation on a truth. In African times, you got to understand Shakespeare created 30% of our language. We speak in a language that's not our own. We speak the drums. These is facts, bro, but it's up, man. Everything happened for a reason. Because I be thinking, I'm like, man, this the whole thing. Right. Based off Dr. Sebi's diet, saving not only black children, but all God's children, given an opportunity of a utopia. Because the reason why we didn't get our 40 acres and a mule is we have 40 acres, we have more people. We have more people and we have leadership with the leaders not strategically taken out of the community in the 80s and the drugs and guns put into it. And then the algorithm, you know what I'm saying? The 808. The 808 exists in the lowest chakra of your body. The majority of content that's related to the 808 is killer or sexual content. The original 808s was even off pitch. So that meant it's an actual sound in the track that you don't realize is there that is fucking up your entire frequency. And now today, every time I hear a car come out, it's 808. But if you think about African music and hip hop and what we was breakdancing to, it was light. The percussion. It was upbeat. It was the drums. Because all the people that will be afraid of this don't need to be around. Don't tell me about being likable. We got 100 years here. We're one race, the human race, one civilization. We're a blip in the existence of the universe. And we constantly trying to pull each other down, not doing things to help each other. That's my point. I see the importance.
I see the importance and the value of everyone being able to experience a more beautiful life.